Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Women Are Worthy Network. How you're doing? It's Motivational Monumental Monday, and we have a special guest. I'm going to let her introduce herself, but we're going to go through this first. Okay. So I met this young lady, this fabulous lady. Okay, she's fabulous. We met, we had a conversation, and we're like-minded. We're in everything that we're doing, including she's plant-based as myself, like myself. So let's talk about what we're trying to do, what we're looking to accomplish. Y'all know, for those of you who don't know, my name is Jacqlyn Charles, and I am the creator and the founder of the Women Are Worthy Network. This show is all about positivity. I only want positive Pollies or positive Peters, no negative Nellies, no negative Neds. Okay, let's start off right there. So I wanted to come together and just have a creative platform that we're talking about positive things. When you go to bed, so many things are negative. When you wake up, so many things are negative. Things comes through the airwaves on social media, blah, 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 blah. So I chose to, instead of living my life glasses half empty or half full, just give me the damn pitcher with the water or whatever beverage, and I'll pour it myself. I do believe we're the master of our universe, right? So someone introduced me to this phenomenal lady, and I'm digging this chick. I'm digging her. So I said, you know what? Let's see if we can create a platform together where we're collectively working together, because this is nonsense that women can't work together. I don't buy into that. I don't believe that. Sometimes you are what you attract, right? So what we're looking to do is we're all about uplifting and inspiring people, right? On Motivational Mondays, Monumental Mondays. Okay, before you guys come at me, I know it's later in the morning. It's early morning, mid-afternoon, late morning, mid-afternoon, right? But we're starting this, right? We're going to be earlier, but we wanted to put our feet, touch the waters a little bit, let the waters touch us. If it's too cold, too hot, whatever. So this is what we wanted to do, right? So my esteemed co-host is Marquita. Am I saying it right?
Mariquita.
Why not Marquita? I'm working on her name, y'all. So don't come at me. Marquita is such a beautiful name. I want to rename her from what her parents did, right? So Marquita Solis, she's bringing stuff to the table, right? I spread out the table, and she's bringing stuff to put on the buffet. So she's also an empowerment coach. She's helping people, particularly in the plant-based world. She's empowering them, right? She has a wonderful program that she's doing. If you're looking for a coach in that field, I'm telling you, she's tried and true. She knows her stuff. And for those of you know, I'm a relationship specialist. And before you roll your eyes, okay? So many people are talking about they respect relationship specialists. They divorced, been married 5 years, never been married. 34 years, one relationship, right? I'm not saying I'm better than all, but I'm better than most, okay? So today we've come together, and this is what we're looking to do. So Miss Lady, this is our first thing. How do you feel?
I feel excited, very inspired, and
Me too.
honored to be here.
Me too. So it's a 30-minute segment that we're doing, and we want you guys to follow the Women Are Worthy Network. And let me have your pages so we can type that in so they can follow that too.
Well, it's my name, Marquita Solis, vegan empowerment coach. I mean, vegan empowerment, isn't it? You would think I would know my own YouTube channel. But actually, let me take a look and see exactly what the name is.
And while she's doing that, y'all, we want you to understand that, everybody else is doing something similar to this. You want to know what makes us different. Well, you know what? When you watch us, you'll see what makes us different. Her and I are polar opposites, but we complement each other. So what do you think how we should start off today?
Okay, well, let me tell you the name. It's exactly Mariquita Solis Vegan Empowerment Coaching. So on YouTube. And please, yes, hit subscribe if you're watching this. And I think we should just start off by saying what a great day it's here. Monday is a new day and a new start. No matter what happened to you in the past, let's just give thanks for the lessons, and let's honor and commit to moving forward with positivity.
I agree with you, because this is what I tell people. Y'all, as long as I'm 6 feet above ground, hey, I'm not pushing up roses. I'm fine. It's another day to get better. For me, Marquita, what I try to do is I want to be better today than I was yesterday. I'm not looking for perfection. We all are not perfect, but I'm sick of kind of always hearing I'm a work in progress. I'm a work in progress. You can't be a doggone work in progress for 15 years, maybe in different areas of your life, but not the same area, you know? So I just want people to understand that we're all working together. We have someone by the name of Music Level. Hello, Music Level, ma'am. Do you forget me? I'm Rabbi. Do you know who that is? Madame, did you forget me? I am Rabbi Mondell.
No,
I
I
don't
don't
know
know.
who that is. Text me or email me, Rabbi Mondelli. Yeah, email me or text me. I'll respond back to you. So again, you just mentioned, because like, for example, we've been having some horrible rains, right? Well, we've been having some rains, right? So I call it, hey, Noah, where's the ark? So someone told me, you know what, I'm a little depressed because of the rain. I said, look, let me tell you something. The trees need it. The birds need it so we can get the worms. So I try to turn it around to make it positive, because things that we deem positive or negative is positive for something else. Oh, that's your doggy? That's okay. It's real life. We're not perfect. It's okay. So what do you weigh in on that? What are your thoughts? She's trying to shut her dog up. She's trying to shut her dog
So
up.
I'm at my friend's house now helping out with their dog because he's out of town. So there's a lot of dogs here. But go ahead with you talk, and I'm going to mute. I agree with you.
Yeah, but you're going to have to speak too, because see, if I'd known you were going to go someplace to the doghouse, I'm like, nah, that's not a good place to go. Okay, so since we talked about, let's just keep talking. Since we talked
Okay, go ahead.
What are your thoughts about, because we're saying you got to be positive in everything you're doing. Sometimes people don't see, you're in the tunnel and it's dark and someone's telling you there's light at the end of the tunnel. You don't feel that sometimes. So how can we move from there? Hey, Miss Cassandra.
Well, I think we have to take responsibility. I think we have to be gentle with ourselves and self-soothe. Like, I see that you're hurting. What do we need? Like, I see that I'm feeling so sad and depressed. What can I do to lift myself up? Who can I call, right, to lift myself up out of this, and be gentle with ourselves. But the awareness, right, aware that we're feeling this, because if we're not aware and we're not loving to ourselves, it's really hard to move out of that trap.
Definitely. And I think people need to understand that as you said, we have to give ourselves grace. And more than often, here's the number one thing: we have to forgive ourselves. Whether you were in a bad relationship, whether you were abused, whatever has gone on in your life, sometimes as women, doesn't matter what your race, your color is, your ethnicity, we tend to blame ourselves. We tend to blame ourselves, and we have to stop doing that. We have to be able to say, you know what? There's a prayer that I love, and it's a Hawaiian prayer, and I can never say, it's like Hopa Naka Loko. I'll put it down. And it's basically saying, I forgive myself. I love you. I love myself. And I also forgive you. You talk about forgiving yourself, forgiving others, and speaking positive things in your life. One of the things I do, I'm very careful and intentional with my words. I don't like using or hearing when someone says I'm crazy, because if you are what you say you are, you're not crazy. Stop speaking that into existence. Or girl, you have to be careful. And people think you're doing too much by thinking and saying things like that. No, I don't want anyone referring to me as crazy, even a funny way, because people like telling me, oh, I'm funny, or Jackie, you're crazy. No, don't speak that over in my life. So what have you found that has helped you?
Well, I think knowing myself, right, and sitting in the quietness and not forcing. Like the other day, I was just sitting down thinking, "Wow, I don't even know what I'm doing on this planet. What's going on?" I wasn't motivated, and instead of criticizing myself, I just sat there and thought, "Okay, this is a time period. Maybe it's an hour, maybe it's a half an hour, or whatever it is. I'm going to allow it to be, and I'm not going to judge myself." So, just acceptance of all my feelings and acknowledging them has really helped me, and not to say, oh, something's wrong with you because you're not motivated, you should be motivated 24/7. No, but to acknowledge this is part of the human experience and to be gentle has helped me.
And I think we need to stop judging people. For example, if someone's spouse dies and they decide to get married, let's say within 2, 3 weeks or whatever, we need to stop judging the process of how someone grieves and how someone gets over it, right? And I've noticed that's what happens, particularly when a woman gets married right away. It's like, oh, she was seeing the guy. That's not our business. What I tell people who are in my space, because let me tell you, I don't like a lot of people. Okay, be honest, I don't like a lot of people because there's some people, and it's not the people, it's their ways, or I don't like the demon in them. Let me put it that way. It's the demon or the sin I don't like, right? And when I mean sin, things that you know, if you don't want to do it for yourself, don't do it to me, right? I think we so often forget that we need to be patient with ourselves. And if you're patient with yourself, you have to be patient with other people, right? And sometimes we lack patience. That would be me. Let me tell you about me. I lack patience, and I'm working on that. And I have done, I think I'm doing a pretty good job on being patient with people. Like if I say, let's meet at 2 o'clock and 1:45, you're not there, I get anxious. 1:50, you're not there, I get anxious. And then I'm like, where you? No, this is a world that we have to give and take. I did not like women. I couldn't stand none of y'all. I didn't like anything with a vagina. But I've learned through my journey that this is who I need to be around because not all women are the same, right? And we have to support each other because at the end of the day, if we supported each other like we should, we would be a kick butt nation.
That's very true. I mean, we're really living in a patriarchal society, and we're taught to put each other down instead of lift each other up, and it's really really sad. And we're taught to judge each other, and we really fall into that. And if until we're mindful of how we're hurting each other, nothing's going to change. We've got to support each other because we're living in a society that doesn't support us. So we have to take responsibility for ourselves. And we're in this shame-based society where if let's just say I'm trying to date, I can't keep a boyfriend, I can't keep a date, I can't make a guy happy, then we turn it around on ourselves. Like something's wrong with me instead of looking at our skills, right? Like I need to enhance my skills in the dating world. It's not like a character defect where I'm a bad person or I'm horrible. And that's what women get trapped in. And then we do that to other women as well. So it all starts at home, like you were saying. When we have compassion for ourselves, we have more compassion for others. So again, it's all in here when we're not looking outside of ourselves for the fix. That the fix, or whatever you want to call it, the healing comes from in here, in your own heart and soul, and loving that beautiful part of you that is full of wisdom, and acknowledging her instead of just saying, oh, you're crazy, I'm crazy, right? No, we are not crazy. We're beautiful. We've got to start speaking for our own benefit.
We have to, because if we don't, no one else will. Cassandra wrote, I showed a video of 84, Sophia Loren, who was almost plant-based diet to my meat-eating son. He was literally blown away and shown seriously a soft spot for vegetarian, vegan lifestyle. Cassandra, let me tell you something. I can definitely attest to this because people that I've coached, and because I would prep meals and all that kind of stuff and teach, the vegan lifestyle or plant-based lifestyle. What I've known, make the transition, not only are you more concerned about what goes in your mouth, you're concerned about what goes on your skin, you're more concerned about animals, you're more compassionate, to mankind and to animals. And There's a wonderful video that Arnold Schwarzenegger and the young lady who did Wonder Woman, they were also the directors too. I can't recall the name right now, Mariquita, if you can. I can't recall the name. It's like one of the most, they're making a part two now. And they showed you athletes who basically they tested the blood for ones who okay, so you're going for training, so you're going to eat meat, we're going to train, you're going to do what you need to do, you're going to eat meat. The other half, you're not going to eat meat, you're going to have a plant-based diet, and we're going to train, you're going to train, and we're going to test your blood. And it was crazy on how much fat was in the person. The younger guys, they were like high schoolers, and I don't understand why people don't understand when they talk about, well, where's the protein? What you're doing is, and this is just educational purpose, I'm not judging. You're eating the cow that's eating the grass. Why are you eating the third person? Just go straight to the grass. Look how big elephants are. Look how big hippopotamus are. Look how big gorillas are. What do they eat? They don't eat meat. That's not what they thrive on, So people need to understand that so we can be healthy. On my show that I do on Mondays or whenever you see it, I'm always interviewing people who are plant-based. Someone had stage four prostate cancer. He was given up to die. He switched over to the plant-based lifestyle, and now he has like he has like a six-pack, and now he's teaching that. Being Jamaican and Cuban, I know about the herbs and the plant-based lifestyle, where now it's like a trend where everyone's jumping on it, like the Burger Kings and stuff, they're jumping on it. But I am not one of those people to say you shouldn't eat this, because you have to transition. You have to transition. But I want to stop the fallacy that it's hard work. Anything worth having, it's worth the work. When you keep doing it over and over again, it becomes easy. That's why prepping is easy. Cassandra said there is the all-time great news. Latest, Sri Lanka does not ship the 100,000 monkeys to China for experimental. Canada stopped animal research for cosmetics, joining almost all of European countries. And that is phenomenal. We all need to be farmers. We need to know how to, because think about this, y'all. I get excited when I talk about this. Think about this. If you and I are in a community, I'm planting, let's say, squash. You're planting onions. Someone else is planting watermelons. Another person is planting, okay, I'm going to provide tofu or whatever. We can sustain ourselves. We wouldn't need the government. We can sustain ourselves. If you kind of understand, we have to start creating our own tribe. We have to support each other. We have to do, this is necessity. We have to do this. Okay, Miss Ma'am, what do you have to say? Because I have a whole mouthful. I could talk and talk and talk.
Well, first, I want to say hi, Cassandra. Thanks for joining. Cassandra's really been working hard on her communication for now, and she's doing great. I see a wonderful progress, just like we all are, right? We're all moving forward every single day, learning how to communicate better and learning, patience. We all are learning patience. I know I am because I want to scream sometimes. It's like I don't see any movement, but honestly, there is movement forward. I just went to a great dinner last night with Ruben Guzman, and he was telling all sorts of success stories also with his clients that we're talking about cancer, that 6 months to live, and then they live for 30 months, right? And it's just from eating and making lifestyle choices, living in positivity, right? Moving like the Seventh-day Adventists that get up, they're not eating animal products. They have a purpose in life, right? A purpose driven by positivity and this resilience. We've got to be resilient. We know we're going to fall down, right? But what's going to happen when we fall down? Are we going to stay down for the count? Or are we going to get back up and learn from the lesson? We're going to fail and fail forward, fail quick, right? We don't want to fail and stay down for years. We want to fail and learn the lesson and be glad. That's part of life. So that's my 2 cents.
Well, it was more than 2 cents, and that was very profound. So it wasn't just 2 cents. But see, And, again, let us know what you want us to talk about, because between her and myself, we have a plethora of experiences, stories, and things like that. You don't have to look like what you've been through. That's another thing. Just because it's almost like when you're fasting, you don't have to tell people you're fasting, or you don't have to look like you're fasting. We're like, oh my God, I'm so tired, I'm fasting. You don't have to do that, and just remember, everyone, every day you wake up, you have a choice to do something bigger and better. Don't let society, I don't care if you're 300 pounds, 50 pounds, don't let society dictate how you should look if that's not what you want to look like. Do things that you want to do. Because here's the thing, y'all. Okay, let me come a little closer so y'all can see my tonsils, okay? You survived the virus, so to speak. However you survived it. You survived it. You were told we had to stay indoors for God knows how long. We couldn't communicate with people in person. Then we had, okay, fine, we can come outside. You were very careful when you were indoors. Why aren't you still treating yourself like that? I don't mean isolate yourself from people, but what I mean is with yourself. Be careful of the energy around yourself. And I'll tell y'all this, what I do. If someone's going to call me, or someone calls me and they're starting to talk about negative crap on my phone, I go outside. I'm not leaving that negative crap in my house. Okay. Because I believe in energy. I'm an empath. So I believe in energy and all that kind of stuff. So I will go outside. And then I'll get whatever I need to get, my crystals and all that kind of stuff. Get my crystals to bless my phone, because we're not going to leave the energy on my phone that I have to bring into this house. I do grounding. I go to sound bowl therapy. Anything that's going to be positive, I'm positive. And when I tell people I ground, I don't ground in the front of my house, because you're putting the energy back in your dirt. I hear people, oh, I ground, I go outside in front of my house. You're putting the energy in the earth that still surrounds your land and your property and your house. Why not ground to the very back near the lake, or ground someplace else? Leave that energy there. I know that's selfish, but don't leave that energy near your house, So I just want to say, we're here. We just want people to continue to support us. Tell a friend, tell a friend. Cassandra said energy is very important. This is a world beyond from which most people have no idea. You're right. It's energy. Think about it. If a person has a heart attack, they get the paddles, right? The electricity. We have electricity flowing through our body. Electricity. Look, I'm going on a tour. I'm going on a collegiate tour right now, because I'm realizing how smart I am. Okay. But no, all fun jokes aside. It's all about energy. You hear stories about a car not working, and a man will actually touch the engine because of whatever, and the car will start out. We don't know how true that is or not, but I'm choosing to why lie, because that can be proven. But we just want people, just make sure the people around you are bringing positive energy. They're feeding into you. They're not depleting you. Never give from a cup that's full, ever. Don't give from a cup that's full. Give from a cup of overflow. So when you overflow, you can give those people, right? And you still have stuff for yourself. If you give from a full cup, you're going to be drained. And trust and believe, people are draining nowadays. We have a lot of evil people around, okay? Okay, Miss Lady, your turn.
All right. So I think that people are genuinely good, but they've lost that sight of, they become jaded, right? And then they feed off that jadedness. And then we suffer from that, right? If they're jaded, then, well, that goes back to the hurt people hurt, right? And healed people heal. So that's up to us whether we're going to stay hurt. We all get hurt. What are we going to do with it, right? Are we going to turn it around and be positive and move forward? Are we going to just stay in the hurt and the jadedness and just throw out things to hurt other people, right? And you're exactly right. We have to take care of ourselves and realize that energy that there is being thrown at us it has nothing to do with us for one thing. It's not, not to take it personally. It has to do with that person's wounds, right? But we have to know that that's that person's energy. And I'm not going to accept that energy and to say, you know what, I've got to I've got to get off the phone. I got to go. Nice talking to you. We make a choice to stay there with them and communicate or whatever, or be with them, or to excuse ourselves. And we can be with you when the energy is right, when the energy is positive. I'd love to come back. Let's talk later. If I come back, it's not okay. See you later. Right? We come back when it helps. It's beneficial and not hurting us, because we don't have time for that in our lives.
We have time to do great things, and you don't have to explain a lot of things to people, because I have told people, like, in September, every September I write emails or text to people who are my friends or acquaintances who I start seeing moving in negative directions. So it's my warning. So I'll send them a text. And if they have not changed by December, January 1st, they're getting an email or a text that says, "Thank you, it was nice knowing you, but I have to remove myself from you." I don't have to explain anything, because in the past, I never did that. Let me keep it real. I would just walk away, block you. I would walk away. But then I realized, Jackie, sometimes these people don't know what they're putting out. So you owe them. You owe them to know why you're removing yourself from their life. But before you remove yourself from their life, let them know, like, okay, you're giving them a chance, so to speak. And if someone's out there, well, who does she think she is? I'm a queen. I come from kings and queens. That's who I think I am. Okay. So no one deserves to be in my space, because I'm giving too much. Right. And my thing is, if you're in my space, you got a lot you're bringing to the table as well. And it doesn't matter your income. That's not it. It's energy. I just love positive energy. I just love it, because I've noticed when people who are a little bit negative, they suck my energy, and then I'm left dry. So I'm not going to let you suck this energy. So now when I walk into a room and I feel someone's negative and I feel it, I don't like, oh, well, maybe. I don't do that anymore. I excuse myself, or I walk on the other side of the room. As women, we explain too much. We don't have to. If you don't want anyone in your space, you don't have to apologize. In my space. So, we're going to be on here on Mondays. We're going to figure out if we're going to do it on, maybe 9 o'clock, going a little early. So when you get up, you get the inspiration, or maybe we'll tape it before and put it out there early in the morning so you can get the inspiration, and you can have this throughout the day. And when you go into a boss and the boss is crappy or the company is crappy, remember, you're in this world. You're not of this world. So if you walk in a room, you belong in that room. Okay. So don't let someone corrupt you. Don't let that happen. You walk in because you belong in. Okay, so what takeaway would you like to give them?
Well, I just want to say, remember that you're a blessing to this world, right? Honor yourself today. Get out there and celebrate you. Think about what joys you bring to this world, and honor that, celebrate it, because I'm celebrating you. Everything you bring to this place is amazing.
And you said that, and I'm going to say, my sister, I'm celebrating you. I love you. I love your personality. And I just think this is going to be amazing. We're both building together while we're getting to know each other. And for you, look, for those that are in the plant-based life space, please come out and reach out to her, because I'm telling you, she's doing a phenomenal job. And please share this, share. If you want to join our tribes, you must subscribe to our channel. Okay. You know what I mean when I said that. Okay. So just support us. This is something that we're looking to do, because we both want to make the world a better place. And we also want to show other women that we can work with each other. It's possible, y'all. Little hint, is possible. So without further ado, we want to thank everyone. Thank you. Many blessings. We want you to have for me, I want you to have a terrific Tuesday, a wind down Wednesday, tremendous Thursday, fearless Friday, soothing Sunday, self-care Saturday. You saw how I missed that, right? But I caught it. Okay. Do you want to give them one more, and then we can just sign off?
Well, we look forward to seeing you. I look forward to seeing you and learning from y'all.
Amen. And if you want us to talk about a topic, please make sure you email Women Are Worthy, WOMEN are worthy @gmail.com. women, plural, are worthy at gmail.com. We will then address any questions you want to ask us. We'll talk about it on the show. Next Monday, we'll be on and we'll put this out ahead of time. So without further ado, bye, y'all.
Bye, everybody.